Action go.
Hi and welcome back to the Spoken Word Podcast. I'm your boy Jay.
And it's your boy CJ, man. Back here
We
again.
ain't been here. We're
It's
sorry.
been a hot minute, man.
We do apologise for obviously no show last week, but due to
I got clapped down with the COVID.
no, I didn't have COVID. Basically, it's just
You might have been.
illness.
You were, bro. You was mashed. You was mad. When I phoned you, bro, you sounded like
No, it wasn't.
you sounded
COVID.
like Dutch Valley when
It
I
wasn't
phoned
COVID.
you.
It wasn't COVID. I'll tell you what it
Cool.
is, man. It's just what it is, right? It's just Dad was bit ill recently. There was a time we went to work. Weather was cold. He came back with a cold and kind of stuff, and then unfortunately, the twat. Can I say that on camera?
Who? Your dad? Are you calling your dad a twat for?
What do you
Don't
mean
disrespect.
sick? I mean,
He's the reason you're sitting here, fam.
Yeah, that's true.
Disrespectful, bro.
Yeah, it's true, man. But yeah, anyway, but like he got me. And I'm joking, man. But yeah, that's it. But anyways, we're back now, so that's the best thing. So how you been, man?
Same old, bro. You know, working, grinding, doing the
Same
thing.
old. That sounds so
Same
depressing.
old.
Same old. When did I say same old?
Yeah, but when people say, "Oh, wait, what can I do?" Bro, like, there's nothing to do. We're
Bruv,
living in a post.
Say that you went to Mars
We're living in a post-lockdown world.
or Saturn or Jupiter or somewhere, man. It's like I'm joking.
Same old, bro. That's what we're doing. You know, can't go out.
You can
Nothing. You
go
can't.
gym.
You can go out.
You can go
but
gym and work out.
You can go gym. You can go places. You can go bars and restaurants, but only
Bars.
until 10 p.m.
Yeah, we'll get
because Mr. Boris, you know.
we'll get into that. So this is the thing, right? So obviously now we're under the understanding that we might. It's possible we go back into a second lockdown again at some point. It's possible, right? If we don't do the things we're as a country need to be doing. So what's your take on like the latest like rules? Because obviously new rules have been implemented now.
Yeah, what the 10 p.m. curfew.
Yeah,
man.
and the pubs
Gathering of six.
Yeah,
so on
yeah,
and
yeah.
six. I
Let's
mean,
talk about that.
obviously, when you first hear these things, it sounds stupid, innit? Because it's like, why only a gathering of six? Why not 7? Why not 5? Why not what? Do you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? 10 p.m. You know, people doing all these memes on Twitter. And a lot of the COVID only comes out after 10 p.m.
Yeah,
Yeah, stuff like that.
but haven't they got a point though? Because this is the thing.
Yeah, of
Why
course they got
10
a
p.m.
point, yeah.
specifically? Because the coronavirus doesn't be like, okay, after 10 p.m. it comes out and before then we're going to bother anybody. But this is the thing. So why specifically 10 p.m.?
What they're trying to say is like, oh, because obviously you get drunk, stuff like that, after these ungodly hours, you're going to be likely to be like touching people, going over people,
Oh, yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's like, it still don't make sense. It's still stupid, to be honest.
So wait, so do you think, right, so what time should pubs close in? Because they have been open now for a bit. Not properly.
But this is where I think this is where the public is more angry than they are confused. Is that you told us back in August to eat out.
to help out.
I mean, to not eat out, but you know, eat.
I was even thinking.
eat out to help out. Yeah.
I was even thinking.
Sorry.
that.
Yeah.
You dirty man.
Eat out to help out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Back in August and stuff like that, 50% discount, whatever. You know, help the economy and all that. Because obviously we're in a recession now. Now a month later, you're saying the complete opposite. Yeah.
Mm.
And they're really enforcing these rules now because obviously while working retail, that obviously when we came back,
Yeah.
you know, there's a 2 meter distance and like, but after a couple of weeks, it's like whatever, man, we'll just do our thing. But now they're really going hard back on it again, innit? But my thing is, yeah, none of this would have happened. You wouldn't have to do with this flipping potential, like another lockdown. Like, do you think there's gonna be another lockdown?
This is the thing, right? So do you
Do
remember?
you think there's gonna be a sequel, lockdown part 2? Like,
This is the thing.
this wouldn't
right?
happen, yeah, if they just shut the borders down in the first place.
Here's the problem, right? So do you remember the first lockdown? Yeah.
Oh, I remember it, man.
Well, yeah, but obviously, when it's we also literally, but you remember,
we would, yeah.
referring back to the first lockdown, if you remember, right, before that happened, do you remember when the government was saying to people, "Oh, but do this and then do that, but don't
Yeah.
do this." People,
It's
weren't
not.
listening.
It's not.
People weren't gonna listen.
But that's the
Yeah?
thing. Is like,
And that was back in March time.
Yeah.
People were gonna do that stuff. So he's saying, right, we're not in a second lockdown, but we're putting some restrictions in now because it looks like because the infection rate has gone back up again. Yeah. But do you think this time? I don't know. Do I trust the people in this country to follow the rules? No.
What?
No.
British
British people.
entitled Brits.
British arrogant people.
But the
no.
thing is not even that. It's coming from the government.
Yeah.
Like Boris, go to work if you can, but don't go to work. travel, but don't travel. Stuff like that. It's like
Yeah.
you're
But then
you're giving people.
now, yeah.
Look, everyone's smart, you know. There's a lot of stupid people in this world, yeah. So
Yeah.
people gonna be like, okay, do whatever in that, fam. You need to enforce it,
Mhm.
yeah. You need to be like Putin, Vladimir Putin, yeah. When they done the lockdown back in March in Russia, yeah, he had tigers on the streets, fam.
Did he? I didn't even know
Yeah,
that.
I swear, I might be chatting shit. Yeah, damn shit. He had tigers on the streets, fam.
What?
He's making sure your client come out of the yard, man. Yeah, it's not like that over here, man. Yeah, do you know what I'm saying?
Tigers on. That's so.
But like-
that's wild, man.
Trust me, man. And you think because Boris got infected with COVID-19, yeah, you'd think he'd have the country's like best, and you know what I'm saying, best interest.
But now he's
yeah?
saying. Now they're saying again. Now,
Because
you know when they said like, oh, at first they were saying don't go. But even like I'm getting tongue tied with my own words because it confuses me, it baffles me. When they say, oh, go to work, but don't go to work. But now they're saying like, if you can work at home, don't go to work no more. Stay at home.
yeah.
And work if you can.
Yeah.
Unless you really need to.
It's mainly offices. Because while I work in retail, I can work from home, but you know.
So just talk to me
not
about
if
that.
I work in
So
store.
has your office, right, or where you work in like in the retail? Have they said to people like you, like, oh, do you want to work at home still? If you can.
Let's not get into that. I don't want to get sacked, you know. Let's not get into that.
Oh yeah, sorry, I don't even know. Is that a political thing? Like,
It's too. If I speak, I'm in big trouble, you know. So
yeah.
it's one of them ones.
All right. Well, yeah. So he's saying to people, stay at home if you can, right? And so you see that, and also what's the other thing? So at 10 o'clock, is it just the pubs or is it restaurants also?
Yeah, restaurants as well.
Restaurants,
Yeah.
pubs,
Any like table service,
any
yeah,
table
10
service,
p.m.
right?
So even football. So say there's like a football kickoff at 8 p.m. The match won't finish just after 10. So what, you're gonna kick everyone out?
Exactly. Yeah, sports are meant to go, but here's the thing.
Obviously, the fans are supposed to be coming back
Yeah,
in October.
So then, what happens then? Are they no longer coming back no more? Then?
I can say this for sure though, the country won't go into another lockdown because they can't afford it. We're in a recession right now.
But what if the infection rate's already gone back up?
We'd
though?
be
So
finished. I mean, we
but
already
then
are
here's the
finished,
thing,
but
right?
yeah.
The infection rate is already going back up, which it has now, and deaths now increased again. Now taking the total to, I believe I saw the other day, like what, over 41,000 around that figure, right? And then the recession, what happens? What do we just say? Well, we're not going to go into one anyway. We're going to have a lockdown because of the recession. Then people, it's going to be crazy.
Yeah, but it's economy over the people, isn't it? Would you say what's more important to you, the economy or the people? But then again, you can't have economy without the people. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like it's one of them ones. But why at the start when this all kicked off back in February, March,
Yeah.
we was one of the last countries to react to it.
Yeah, we was.
Yeah, do you know
We
what I'm
was.
saying?
Bro, these things are, and also, alright, cool. So you see, so now we're saying now even I don't know if do you remember, right? So when we was in shops and we had to wear masks in certain shops, right? There were some staff members that weren't even wearing masks themselves. I remember, like sometimes I'll go into like a Tesco, and people are wearing the mask, the customers, but then the staff members themselves weren't wearing masks.
Yeah, or they haven't. It's just round their chin. It's
Or it's just round their chin,
it's not
but it's
worn.
already
It's
on.
not worn
But I've
correctly.
seen that a lot.
Yeah,
But now they're saying like now staff members need to be wearing masks. and
yeah.
that kind
They're
of stuff.
properly enforcing it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also I'm hearing like what's another thing that if you break some of like the rules, the starting up thing can go before it's £100, that's £200, but that can go up to like 10 grand.
Yeah, if you're not wearing a mask on on public transport, it's like what, £3,200 fine. And if you're organizer of like a gathering,
Yeah.
get fined up to £10,000.
Oh, so the mask thing is
So
separate from the fines are separate from like the gathering thing. Is that right then?
Yeah.
So obviously, if you remember, so
It's just a way for them to make money.
It was
bro,
not,
like,
it was not them, right? I remember a few weeks ago, and then a uni student, invited people to some house party, and then the guy got fined 10 grand, just like that. 10 grand. How's he gonna pay that back? That's basically another year of uni, because basically minimum everyone's paying 9 grand a year, right? For fee. That's an extra grand. So yeah, basically another uni fee, bro. That guy's better set up a GoFundMe page or something, man, because that's just
But
the thing is though, what if you can't pay the fine then? What happens though if you can't pay the 10 grand fine? Who's got money to be paying 10 grand like that? Or some people have, but I ain't. But like, what
He's
do you
finished, bro. He's finished.
do?
You wouldn't even risk
Do they
it.
do like?
But that's the thing.
They
Like,
say go do some community service or
like,
something.
I was at someone's party the other day, innit, and then obviously you're supposed to have quite large amount of people in it, but it could only be reduced to like 6, obviously, innit.
Yeah. So
It
the maximum you
ended
get
up
is
only
6.
being 4 because a couple of people like were ill and stuff like that, innit. So it's like you can't even risk it, man, because your neighbor might snitch on you.
That's another thing. Yeah. So about that. So obviously there's things going around, right? Asking, would you? I think it was on there was one on GMB. Would you snitch on your neighbor if you? Would you snitch on your neighbor if they're breaking the rules? No. What you gotta say about that one?
Would you snitch?
Huh? Hell yeah, bro. Man ain't got no money. Man need to make. No, I'm joking.
Tell and
No,
understand.
I'm joking.
My
But the
thing,
thing
no,
is
my
though,
thing
like-
is it's your property, yeah. Whether you're owning it or renting it, yeah.
Yeah.
It's your own property, so do what you want. Now, if you're in public space, fair enough. Snitch, whatever. Don't snitch, but you know what I'm saying. So how are you gonna snitch on your neighbor?
Bro,
You probably borrowed a
Bruv,
toast off them
they-
a couple of weeks ago or a few months back. Like
yeah, well, depends on how close you are, your neighbors. This is the thing.
the
right?
thing is, yeah, they would. Let me tell you this, yeah. Because you know, I'm not going off subject. But you know the whole BLM thing, yeah. Some people are putting BLM posts on the window, innit? Like one of my nan's neighbor has it, innit? Yeah. So if they have like a BLM poster outside the window, and it's like a racist family next door, they're definitely gonna snitch.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Are you BLM? Yeah. You're not all lives. I'm snitching. Yeah. So there's about 20 people here. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro. Like, you know, I think it depends on the relationship you have with your neighbor as well, right? Some people, if you're at each other's throats, right, someone's gonna be snitching. But here's the thing, right? And I'm not trying to go too much off topic, but here's with this. You see with all this snitching on your neighbor thing, right? They're always saying from young about snitching, man, get stitches, man. You know what the snitching thing is not really a thing, right? So imagine some people ain't gonna snitch for the mere fact, right, that you know if you snitch on the wrong person, right, you could be in a lot of trouble, man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some people ain't gonna do that for that reason alone.
Yeah.
Right? But that's bro. It's a tricky one, man. But at the same time, I think, right, depending on the relationship you have, depending on the relationship you have with your neighbor, right. I think if anything, if you're comfortable enough talking to them, or you're really close, some people be like, guys, come on, you know, with this COVID thing, you know, you shouldn't be kind of be doing this thing, you know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah, I'm speaking low. You know, I'm trying to imagine how you.
I feel like you was really talking to me. I was like, yeah, I understand you, man.
But you know what I mean? Like, you shouldn't really be doing this kind of thing, kind of stuff. Like, come on, like, obviously we don't want to get into another lockdown. We don't want to try and infect people.
Yeah, I can't do it. My mental. I'm not doing it again sober. No way. I would have to get high every day, man.
You don't doing what lockdown?
I would have to try some Class A drugs, fam. Yeah. Class A drugs next time. Because that was torture, bro. I'm telling you, man.
Bro, the thing is, though, I think...
You know Wuhan, yeah? Where it originated from.
Who?
Wuhan, China. Where it originated, the COVID-19.
Oh, yeah.
It's back to normal now. They're having festivals out there, partying, like, you know what I'm saying?
But a few months ago, I heard that thing rates went back up again.
No. Bro, how you... That shit didn't even spread to, like, Beijing or something. There's the population of China is like more than 1 billion people, yeah? How did that shit not spread like wildfire? We got more infections here than over in China.
Yeah,
and
but
deaths
we was
and all
late.
that.
We was too long.
But
to
I
respond
know,
to it.
obviously, yeah, I know it was late to respond. But how does that make sense, man?
Well, if it takes the longest to respond to it, no matter if it originated there. Say, for example, only 5 people had it, for example, right? And you started doing a lockdown. Say you done lockdown ASAP, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, let's start again. Say, for example, you had 5 people in China, right? And one of that 5 people went abroad somewhere, right?
Yeah.
But then the government was controlling the whole Chinese population with this lockdown. But that person has already left the country to go abroad, wherever in the world they've gone, and then affected other people in other countries.
It's like that
and
film.
they came back, and they got the COVID symptoms. By the point they came back, everyone's in lockdown. They're isolating also.
Yeah, it's
By the
true.
rate, it's gone to... By that time, but in between the time they came back, they've obviously spread it in another country, whether that's Italy, UK, France, wherever, right? If those countries don't react to it, no matter if they had weren't initially affected in the first place, if they take too long, they've had more time to spread it amongst their own population. Not taking into account people that are going to be traveling in and out of the country anyway abroad. That's how it is.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
That's why it
That
makes
is
sense.
true. To be, I was trying to be like conspiracy theorist.
No,
and
yeah,
that,
no,
like,
but there's conspiracy theories about it. But that's how it
it was man-made, came out of a lab.
Logically, yeah, that's how it probably makes sense as to why we got more than probably they do. If that's right, yeah. Back to what I was saying also in terms of second lockdown, bro. Don't you think it'll be easy to do a lockdown though, because the weather's getting more horrible,
it's colder, and
So
you know how to react to it, and
you know how to react to it. But think about it: who wants to go and chill in, for example, something as basic as a park anyway during horrible weather anyway?
yeah,
It's cold outside. Lockdown should be easier to do, no?
The only thing I like for winter though is like, you get to flex, nice big coat and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, man.
But you're
dead,
right
man.
in terms of
That's
the weather.
dead.
Terms
That's
of
what
weather,
I'm trying to think. I think now I could be wrong, right?
It's better to have it in the winter because it's cold.
Well, it's not good. Yeah, it's not good to have it anyway. But you know what we're trying to say, right? Is I think now when we first had it was bad enough when the weather was nice. It wasn't even proper summer yet. In like the spring when it happened,
yeah, but it was getting hotter though. It was getting hot.
Imagine when prime summer, right? And you're trying to do a lockdown, yeah, and then man don't want to see girl, yeah, in like you want to see bikinis on beaches, and you can't see that, and the only thing you got to watch is porn at home, yeah. That's just gonna be a madness, man. That's gonna be hard. But in lockdown in the winter where there's nothing really to do, most things are gonna be inside. If you do go social event, I think it'd be easier. But do you know what? Some people, psychologically for some people, and I could be wrong. I mean, you guys will know at home. Some people don't want to do it more than once. They're probably thinking, well, I don't want to do it again. We did it last time. I don't want to do it again.
Yeah.
So
it's true. It's
what
true.
do you say about that?
That's right.
What?
You're talking about just at home watching porn. Just
Nah, but that's shit.
Creasing the weasel all day, bro. Like,
yeah. Because I imagine, though,
but you know what makes me laugh though? People was like, this is the best time to work on yourself, start your own business and all that.
What, during coronavirus?
During the lockdown.
Yeah.
Do you really think half people was doing that, mate?
What
all day long, man? Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, there's only so much you can do before he gets hurt. But do you know what I'm trying to say?
Ain't no one working
but the thing
on
is,
themselves,
though,
bruv.
people have though. From what I'm understanding, yeah, people have though because they've realised that where they're at, they're not happy. Whether that's their job, whether they got a boss they don't like, whether they don't like the people they're working with, whether they think their money is bad and they need more money, and they're probably thinking, do you know what? I'm gonna take a risk. I've got nothing to lose. Because think about it, people getting followed anyway. This is all got a lockdown anyway in the coronavirus, the economic damage, right? They're getting followed anyway. They don't know when the next paycheck is coming, and they're probably thinking, why take a risk now when society is not normal, and then see where it can come. So some people, it's a discipline. Think about it. If you can't go out anyway, what are you gonna be doing at home all day? There's only so much Netflix you're gonna keep watching, or how much PlayStation you're gonna keep playing before you eventually you get bored. You can't go outside. You're on lockdown. Why don't I not work on something where later on after lockdown when it's lifted eventually? Well, if we do come back out, yeah, and then see where that can go. Or do you think? People are not gonna do that? Though? Some people probably would. Me personally, I think that would be a good idea. Yeah. Especially during. Here's the thing, right? During like the when the weather was bad. Anyway, when the weather was good during the first lockdown, it's distracting that you may want to go outside just because the weather is nice, energy. But think about it. You got two things this time. You want to go outside, but the weather's horrible anyway, and you'll be bored in that anyway. So it's not that you can go outside for the natural fresh air of like nice weather. So why not work on yourself indoors? You'll be bored inside anyway. Yeah. At least with the first one, you'll be bored inside, but you want to get outside because the weather's nice. But if the weather's also bad, every reason to stay inside, why not work on yourself? Yeah.
It's true. Why not? But
because what else would you be doing, really?
Yeah, I know. But I don't really think people have though. You know what I'm saying? I
mean, there's so. Look, I think that's the best opportunity thing to do. Just don't be waiting for your next job. And there's people. See how lockdown's affected everybody, right? There's people that are signing on for the first time in their life, man.
That what? Signing on?
Yeah.
Because
they've been working for what? Good 30 odd years, and now all of a sudden they got signed on because the money stopped coming in.
Yeah, it's fucked, man.
Do you know what I mean? It's actually that bad, man. It's very bad. So people are gonna. I don't know what people want to do. Some people, it's crazy that we don't know where the world is at the moment, man.
When you're actually deep, it's actually mad.
This lockdown has broken up some people's relationships, man. From what I've heard as well, man. It's just crazy, man. And you see, the thing is, you see where, you know what's so crazy about the lockdown, right, and social media, right? And people think, like, because 2021 is gonna come, that COVID is also gonna go.
Yeah.
It's not because 2020. Yeah. Remember, COVID didn't start in 2020. It started in 2019.
Yeah.
People don't remember 2020 because it was literally at the back end of 19, like the late part of December. That's the reason why people.
Yeah, we're gonna have to live with this.
That's
now.
why it's called COVID-19, not COVID-20.
Yeah, but it's gonna be like the seasonal flu now. They're saying, isn't it? But
COVID's here to stay.
What is so bad about COVID is that people don't really know because it affects everyone differently.
Yeah.
It's not like you catch a cold, the common cold, yeah. Everyone's near enough got the same symptoms, innit? Yeah. Some might be harsh than others, but with COVID-19, it's like you could be asymptomatic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people lose a sense of smell.
Yeah, you could suffer it mildly. You could have mild symptoms, yeah. Or you could have harsh symptoms, or you could practically die from it. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like if you're obese or something, you're more chance of dying from it.
Yeah, I've heard because it's attacking like your respiratory system.
Yeah, obesity,
like your lungs
stuff
and
like that. So it's like no one knows, like if I get it, some people think they're invincible. If I get it, fam, I'm calm in it. But you don't know, you would spread it to your mum.
Do you know what? The first thing, and do you remember the first time?
It's not like it's not like, you know, you watch one of these apocalyptic films or something like fucking World War Z or 20 Days. It's not like a mad infection that turns you crazy or you die instantly.
No.
If it was like that, people would like take this shit seriously.
Well, there would be like one person that even wouldn't anyway.
Yeah, man. It's
what I'm saying though, right, is at first, for some reason,
people say, "Oh, people die from COVID," or did they die from what they already had, the pre-existing health issues?
Some of it was, and COVID just basically was another
COVID just topped it off, basically.
Some of it was that though, but some of it, right, originally was like they thought that only old people it was gonna do a madness to, but then remember
anyone,
it was getting younger. Remember the death
man.
rate from the COVID from the statistics was getting younger and younger as time went on. To the point where 18 was dying. I think even someone was 13 and died from it or something like that.
You might as well call COVID a can man, because anybody can get it. I had it last October. I was done. I was done out for like 10 days straight. No, because what they're saying is that China's been lying and it's been around. It was around before December. Because I got ill like 3 times in the span of like, in space for like 3-4 months. And the first time I got ill was proper bad. And it was all the symptoms that COVID said. Who's texting you, man? Who's texting you?
No, man.
We got a podcast on, you know. No, I'm joking, man. But yeah, man.
So, yeah, bro. But the thing is, though, you see with the COVID, right? In perspective, if you turn things into perspective, think about all the things, right? Life has actually not been normal for ages, man. I can't remember the last time life was actually normal. Think about all the things you took to work. You see, if you go to a pub, like I'm not even like someone that's a pub attendee anyway, really, right? I mean, I could go to a few, but I'm not someone that's always been every weekend in a pub. Since when do people want to be booking these things in advance? Imagine booking a pub. Booking. Some pubs, and some of them you don't have to book, right? But it depends on the pub. And it's one of them things that you spontaneously go. Or it's one of them ones that you know you're going to go anyway, but you ain't got a set time in your head that you're going to go.
Yeah.
You say that I'm going to go at 11 and then turn up at like 3.
Yeah, it's
but now you got to separate in your... Bro, it's like a lot of things that you just took for granted. Yeah, like even queuing up for shops, that was never a thing, man. You should just walk in.
That was the worst part.
Yeah, it was the worst, innit? The shops.
I can't do it again.
The shops.
And the panic buy and the toilet rolls.
Oh my.
If you lot do that again, yeah. Oh my. Do you know what? If they announce another lockdown, I'm gonna flout the UK.
We'll go where? Cuba.
Anywhere, bro. I'm just gonna quarantine in that country.
Why?
I'm not. No.
Do you remember when the chicken was out? The chicken was gone. There was no chicken.
No
Do you remember?
I could get a chicken.
Bro.
I couldn't get rice.
Eggs.
I could get rice or eggs.
Chicken. I think it was milk one of them. Toilet. What was the thing with the toilet roll? I don't know.
Yeah, there's no toilet roll.
It became like a COVID fetish, man.
Yeah.
Like there's always the toilet roll that people wanted.
There's no bog roll.
Yeah, there's always the toilet roll that people wanted for some reason, right? But
Nah, I
yeah,
had to
things,
buy Uncle
no,
Ben's. Not even Uncle. Yeah, Uncle Ben's rice. You know, microwavable rice is nasty, man.
no, I don't have that.
Gonna
Still.
get
I
no
can't relate.
basmati, man.
Yeah, well, yeah, that was gone.
If you had basmati rice, like you got
That's
basmati,
like,
yeah.
That's like gold.
It's like gold dust, bro. It's
That's
like,
like-
it's like some countries in Africa. If you buy, because it's really expensive out there, innit? They mainly buy like long grain, innit? If you got basmati rice, like, it's like you, yeah.
So imagine during lockdown, right? If you got basmati rice, that rice is worth like 100k. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like, that's like
yeah.
you're like rich, man.
Yeah.
Like you're a nobleman. You know, like
Yeah.
in the building, you're nobles, you're
Yeah.
peasants. Like you're noble. Like if you have like basmati rice,
Oh.
even if you had chicken, yeah. Chicken was one of the things that was never there, man. It was a chicken. A lot of it was the meat, the chicken especially. Fish, you could get fish, yeah, because you know this country is very 50-50 with fish, isn't it? Like, fish is nice, isn't it? I don't know why a lot of people don't like it, but they don't. But chicken was a thing that was not that you couldn't get, yeah. So if you had chicken, I don't know what. You also had some like links to some like mafia in it. I don't know if you always had the chicken in it because I don't know why chicken. Yeah, but all these things, man, were just it was just a nightmare. And I actually, do you know what? I actually forgot how bad the first lockdown was in some cases. So it's bringing it all back now.
The first day, fam, I was on the phone to one of my boys. I was like, I can't do it, bro. I can't do it.
Yeah, no.
The first day, you know, I said, bro, just shoot me now, man. I can't do it. How long was that lockdown for? 2.5 months.
Bro, even people's haircuts was bad. People's hairstyle.
Yeah.
Even a simple thing. You're thinking what? When in lockdown, you're worried about your haircut. But I'm telling you, everything, normal things that you didn't even think about were a big problem also.
Yeah.
Were a big problem.
Yeah. Even just like, you know, smelling the fresh air, or not really fresh air here, but, you know, seeing the grass and all that and the trees, bro.
Yeah. But yeah,
don't take these things for granted,
bro,
people. Don't
I
do
think,
it.
do you know what? If the infection rate's gone up already, man, I think we'll get a second lockdown, man. I think it's possible to get a second lockdown. I do.
Maybe just go, you know.
But I think it's But the thing is, though, the people are still gonna go back to school, though.
That's apparently that's where the infection rates are coming from in school. Like there's a lot of outbreaks in school. Like I think they had to shut down a primary school in North London. Recently, yeah. I think that's where mainly like, and you hear about the universities as well. They don't want the students to go back to like houses during. They wanted to keep want them to stay during over the Christmas period.
What, stay at home?
Yeah.
So it's like Christmas at uni.
Yeah.
Wow. Nah, bro. You see, do you know what the mad thing about uni is? And I'll get on to the next topic or in a minute about where else it's coming from also. But before I say that, what I say about the uni is, so you see how they said like it's gonna be online at first. Yeah.
Yeah, it's virtual learning.
Yeah. Now, obviously, since lockdown has been easing, and then they actually sent people back. Actually, freshers are obviously they're pissed in it, man. Yeah. Every year, regardless of your first year or not, because everyone goes freshers. No matter what year.
It was your last.
Yeah.
It was your last year, innit?
Yeah,
you
go freshers. Even the masters go freshers. Everybody goes freshers, right? That's some sort. Yeah. It's like a social distancing. I mean, it's called like radio, innit? Like, apparently there's like a social distancing. Like the freshers like a pub. You just sit with your new flatmates for the first time that you met for the first time, all in your little group. And there's like barriers.
Yeah.
And that's it. No one goes and mixes with other groups and mixes with other people.
Yeah, just stay in your own bubble, innit?
It's like a pub freshers. That's it. And you stay there. That's it.
It's whack, man.
But now it's going up. What happens now? Does that stop also? So imagine the freshers. Imagine sitting there, right? And it closed at 1. Is that now 10 p.m.?
If you're born in like 2002.
Yeah, it's 2000.
2001, 2002, whatever. It's just peak for you, bro. Like,
everyone
so
like
you're probably looking for like,
everyone loved Cristiano Ronaldo pre 2000. If only everyone's will know that saying, innit? But yeah, what I'm trying to say was right. Look, so what is that 10 p.m. as well? So they're saying to uni students, all right, guys, bedtime now. It's 10 o'clock.
Oh, it's depressing, man. Please.
Do you know
bro,
what I mean?
Please,
and
bro.
let me move away from that. And also, yeah, football. You see more footballers now come out saying they got COVID again now.
Bare players getting tested
But they're
positive.
saying that they're going to keep it continuing though, the football.
Nah, they can't. Because Man City, they've only got like 13 players available for Sunday's game.
Really?
I swear down. That's what Pep said.
What?
Bold cunt. We'll get onto that another day.
Well, yeah, what I'm saying, right, is like, that players, they've got COVID?
Yeah, bare players are tested. Paul Pogba just tested positive, and he just came back recently, and he had his worst game the other day. Yeah. we'll get on to that another time
Bruv,
as well.
but
Yeah.
anyway, guys, that was our show done for today. We touched on the COVID. Do you think there'll be a second lockdown? Yes or no? I personally think there will be, and we'll see. You stand,
No, I
you
don't
don't
think
you don't
there
think
will.
it is.
No.
Well, we're split 50-50. But anyway, guys, we missed you last week. We were back with today for like the first time in 2 weeks, and thank you for listening. And we'll see you guys soon.
Peace.